So does cream in coffee break a fast, whether it's a long fast or an intermittent fast? Would you consider a tablespoon of cream to be something that would break a fast?
So this is one of those questions that we get a lot, and there's no right or wrong answer. I mean, if you want to be strict about it, then any calories breaks a fast.
Right, anything would break a fast. Some people would even argue that coffee could break a fast.
Right, but there's all kinds of fasting out there that include some kind of calories. So, well, what does that mean? It just means that fasting can really be whatever it means to you, right? If you are fasting from a particular type of food or fasting from a particular behavior, then that can be fasting. So don't stress too much about the word and what the word means, but just do what feels right for you.
So, we get all kinds of questions. Does cream break a fast? Does MCT oil break a fast? Does bone broth break a fast? Technically, the answer is yes. However, there's this thing called fat fasting, right? So fat fasting simply means only having fat sources and minimal amounts. So that is generally how I choose to fast. So I will generally fast and just do black coffee until usually 10 a.m. Now sometimes if I'm struggling with energy or focus or clarity, I'll move my MCT oil up earlier. Around 10 a.m., I'm going to add MCT oil to my coffee and do a mid-morning cup of coffee because I'm still working, I'm still busy, I don't want the hassle of having to worry about breakfast or food until lunchtime. So then when I take my lunch break is when I eat a balanced meal for the first time that day.
Yeah.
So that's called fat fasting, and that is a modified form of fasting that works very, very well for many people.
Yeah, I like to think about fasting as a menu of benefits, right? And so I'm going to do a fast, and the way I do my fast depends on which menu options I want to choose. So I want autophagy, I want psychology, I want religion, a lot of different things, right? So you can just pick I'm looking for autophagy, so maybe I keep my calories really, really low, but I might have a few. I'm looking for religion, maybe I do a water-only fast if I'm doing something like that. And it's just which benefits am I looking for, and then that's my fast. It's my fast, it's personal to me, and it is what I say it is.
And you've done so Jeremy's done some longer fasts. The longest I've ever gone, was it 48 hours? Or 54 hours?
54.
Yeah, so Jeremy's done some longer fasting. And that was, talk a little bit about your longer fasts. Those were more of mental strength.
Those were, it was talking about building confidence and building some resolve. Like I've done some of these longer fasts, one as a way to see what am I going to feel like at the end of this, but also to see if I could do it. There was no real looking for specific types of benefits.
As a faith fast,
a faith,
right?
Or
you were looking for more of a spiritual, experience.
Yeah.
So there's all different reasons to fast. The key is to start small. You don't need to start with a 100-day fast. That's actually not a great idea. It's better, if you're like, man, you're adding up the hours and you're like, 8 hours is all I'm getting. Well, then for you, start at 12 hours. There's no reason to start with a 24-hour or a 36-hour fast. Get good at 12 hours. Maybe you're doing 12 hours 3 or 4 days a week, and then challenge yourself to go 14. What's interesting and what we hear from so many viewers and members is that it gets easier. And, they conquer the 12-hour, and then all of a sudden they're like, oops, went 14. Oops, went 16. And just stop thinking about food. Because what happens so often in the morning is that it's not so much that we're hungry, but it's the cues. We have automated processes and automated routines that we go through every single day. And our brain knows exactly when breakfast is going to be served. And so those digestive processes and everything are starting around certain cues from your environment. So you get to kind of break free from that. I'll never forget the first time I forgot to eat breakfast. Like before keto, I was hangry and just not a pleasant human to be around if I didn't have breakfast within an hour of waking. Like you can remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, like going to work out on a fasted state was not happening in my world.
Yeah.
You know, and I couldn't make it through an afternoon without a snack. So then you look at today, and I ate a meal around 10 a.m. today just because I knew I was going to be busy the rest of the day. I was getting started on a project. I ate at 10 and I haven't eaten since then. And I haven't been hungry. I haven't had cravings. I haven't hit the hangry state. So it's all about learning to kind of free yourself from some of those cues that you've taught your brain.
Yeah, and I did the same thing today. I've been out in the garage building cabinets all day and kind of forgot to eat. So, but I've been out in the garage, which means that I'm away from all of the cues that would tell me to eat. I'm just no clocks, just working. So,
Yeah, so it creates some freedom in your schedule.